Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Players, since before your sun burned hot in space and before your race was born, I have awaited players.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to Architects of Fate. This is Star Trek, Bajor Rising. Let's see, yeah, there we go. Star Trek Bajor Rising. The Echoing Future, which is not what I have written up here on my screen, but that's okay. I'll change it. The Cardassians have been freed from the power race, but what exactly are they doing on this moon in the first place? Does the cave caverns with the now shattered crystalline matrix hold any more secrets? And maybe the cries of Ensign Korr mean that they have found them. And when will the crew be going back to what Lt Higbee calls starfleet things? Maybe they will involve installing parachutes back on starfleet shuttles. Anyway, join us, and we're going to find these answers, hopefully, or we're just going to talk more about Rocky Horror. Either way, it'll work. So what I wanted to say is have everybody introduce themselves, since I've now changed that up. Okay. So there's Echoing Future, and I'm just going to try and take you guys in order. So joining us is Destiny, and tell us who and what you're doing.
My name's Destiny. I'm playing Lieutenant Azara. I am not sure what Lieutenant Azara is doing right now, but we'll find out, and hopefully it involves some psychic voodoo religion stuff. I don't know.
Okay. You were staring down at somebody that you weren't sure was a spy, if I recall.
Yes.
That's okay. Jim has dropped out, so he's flipping around right now. He forgot to pay his cable bill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need sunglasses. That's what I was doing. I hope she finds sunglasses.
Oh gosh. All right. And so what I'm going to do is go over to Darth Sarcastic. How are you?
Hey, Darth Sarcastic here. Lieutenant Nels Tallis, friendly neighborhood Bajoran security officer, who's debating would it be against whatever Starfleet's equivalent of the Geneva Convention to interrogate the Cardassian himself or let somebody else do it, because that would probably look better.
Okay. And well, Cam, why don't you do this while Jim is hopping around our screens right now, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it looks like all of us are kind of in some sort of time warp. Speaking of Rocky Horror. Hey everybody, I'm Cam. I am playing Lieutenant Melkor Ra Gorthar. He is an Efrosian with ties to the president during the time of Kirk. And he is interested indeed in what these Cardassians are doing there, and also if there's some sort of other uses we can put these crystals to, being a sediments and geology kind of guy.
Okay. And Jim, are you audible, or are you just totally out of it?
I'm here, I think. Can you hear me?
We can totally hear you.
Yeah,
All right.
I can hear you.
So I am here. My name is Jim. I am. Are we
Like
okay?
The table. I'm sorry.
Your cat ate the table?
He fell off the table. He was like
Oh.
trying to come to me, and he just fell right.
Literally, this is a show full of house cats at this point. Hey, Rufus, thanks for subscribing.
Yeah. So Lt Higbee is an engineer, Starfleet engineer, lieutenant. Jim is not much of an engineer because he can't figure out why his camera keeps changing inputs. It's very strange. It was working fine a second ago.
Oh, I agree.
He can't get his phaser to stop flashing 12 o'clock.
Oh, that is good. Oh, and I just figured out, hey, Skate Deck, thanks for subscribing. I also figured out how to get Jim's. We're putting up an icon for you right now. So when you do get your self back on screen, you'll be fine. Until then, you guys can all look for his little flashy badge, which I had started. I realized you guys kind of sometimes can't be visible, so we wanted to make sure that happened. So yeah, what we got is we got two places that we can pick up from. There is the interrogation, which I believe concluded. Hey, there you are. Looks like you're back, you old pirate. Let me see. There we go. Just bring you back. There. All right. Hey, it's good to see you. All right. And so there's a group that have come back to the Bajor retreat. There's another group, which I believe are the Tellarite, the all not your cast group. I believe is, let me see if I've got this, who I think it is here. Yeah, I got my resources. Because Azara stayed. Timavec came down. Yeah, that was a whole mess that you guys did. Ragathor, Vortan, and I think Xander, right? Those were the two Tellarites. At least I think it was.
Maybe.
Yeah, they are now. What?
I think so.
Oops. All right. So I just wanted to make sure I got those guys. Of course, I thought I grabbed them and I didn't. So that's even more annoying. All right. Let me go grab. Wait, Doctor Who's. I swear that I actually heard. Let me see. Have I got everybody? Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had everyone I thought I needed to get into the cave here. because all we heard was, oh shit. And Vorton and Xander had just showed up. And I was trying to find you. Because I don't know why. We're just going to basically be all role-playing around Cameron if it goes into the caves. Well, that'll all just be a thing where you don't care whether these things live or die. Yeah, so we have, you guys have landed, if I recall correctly, the Derek Orvok has been drilled into by some mental, by some telepathy from Azara. Nels, you did stay your hand at killing them, and you weren't sure whether or not you wanted to continue interrogating them. Let me see, Taran, and I'm just trying to make sure I've got you guys' summaries here. Let me see. T-A-R.
I'm also thinking I might have to be the level-headed Bajorn on the planet.
Yeah, that could actually be a thing, because I think people have actually... I think actually they have suffered raids at these people's hands. And, definitely Tem is a new figure on the block, and they may not recognize... Yeah, they may not know much, but they know a Cardassian when they see one. So yeah, actually, as you approach, we don't have to have the shuttle land until you kind of have a game plan going. As I recall, you have an artifact that's in a lockbox, as well as the data pad, which I think you have maybe asked one of the 4 questions of. So yeah, you guys can go ahead if you want. Is there anything you'd like to do in the shuttle before it?
I remember that he found out I was Beta Z by the fact that I'm obviously Beta Z. So I'm going to stop asking questions unless I find sunglasses or a visor.
Well, you can ask questions. He was putting up some form of a psychic
Obvious
defense.
resistance.
He was putting up obvious resistance. So he knew that. But yeah, you could probably sneak up and bushwhack him or something. I'm sure that would be the most ethical Bajoran thing to do. You did manage to shake his concentration a little bit. You do know that the stuff it decomposed into was very much was something of interest to them. But also he was not excited about it being burnt out, if that made sense. So what do you guys, what would you guys like to conduct here before the shuttle lands, before we have Bajor land the shuttle?
I think I would want to let the first officer know we're coming in with... Well, I think I already told them we're coming in with Cardassian prisoners. My update is only a personal opinion that I'm betting if the other Bajorans find out, they're going to start lynch mobs. And I think I would like to avoid that.
Oh, it's good to hear that they're all in one piece. And then you can hear off as she covers her comm badge, and tells the medical officer that, hey, you owe me 5 credits. Okay, and then she takes her hand back off the badge. So you just cost me 5 credits. So congratulations on that, Lieutenant. Do you have any? I mean, we can set up a staging area or something, or we can have them maybe move into one of our own shuttles, or do you want to keep them in the shuttles?
Well, we may need this shuttle to go back to the caves in an emergency.
Okay.
I'm just saying, whatever we plan to do with the Cardassians, I think we need some extra dudes with phasers and stuff. And I hate to say this, but to protect the Cardassians from the other Bajorans who, even at this altitude, I can see murder in their eyes.
Okay. Yeah, as far as I know, Lieutenant, I have not let anyone know about the condition of your charges. So she's been doing the walk away thing. So she said, so far I concur. I kept things quiet on this end, so I believe we can possibly get them somewhere else. Do you think well, since we don't have a lot of space, I was going to consider using the freighter that landed with us, which you may not remember because you were busy doing other security things.
Right.
But there's a freighter nearby.
Okay.
That we could definitely use that. And if I remember right, that was called the Talisman. So yeah, you can land next to that and we can try and just escort them over.
Okay. That's probably a good idea. And on top of that, I would want to have somebody else do the interrogations of these guys. I don't want the Cardassian government to have fuel to the fire, although I'm pretty sure that they'll add it anyway, but I think we'll all sleep better at night if I'm not involved in the interrogation.
Well, I can definitely understand your feelings in the matter, Lieutenant. I'm going to probably oversee the interrogation myself, with the assistance of the other medical officer. And right now she's not sure. Right now I haven't talked to the elders. However, we do still have the that group of prisoners you had us come back with. They seem really honked off. So I'm thinking if anywhere your skills could be used is to maybe reach some common ground with these people. The younger man, Fichuru, he seems to be kind of out of it right now, but he underwent some sort of a what's it called, a fit or a convulsion, and now he seems to be unconscious and resting, and he's also like his body temperature's come down quite a bit.
Okay. Well, we might have some correlative data to go along with that. So.
Okay. Everything okay over there, Lieutenant?
Yeah. We have some cats trying to get into one of our containers. Excuse me while I go stun
Okay.
it. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Cat, correct?
Just a second. Oh wow, that actually tied out really well. What? Let me see. All right. So, where did we wind up dropping you at? Because I don't remember where we wound up with you.
I am.
You stay in the caves, or
cave? Yeah.
Okay, you're back in the caves. Okay, so it's not just the Cameron show.
No.
The thief didn't go off and have his own adventure.
No, I didn't.
No.
Have my
Okay.
own adventure.
I just double checking.
And I don't remember where Jerry is.
I'm kind of curious. Oh, Jerry's in the shuttle with you because he was a prisoner. Oh God, what does Jerry say about all of this? Because I like the idea that do you just not tell her about Jerry showing up and just drop it in her lap?
No, you know what? Let's amend whatever report I've included. Jerry, the
What is he? Pac-Led Prime?
The Prime?
Yeah.
Pac-Led Prime or something? Okay.
Oh God. Yeah, that goes into an excuse me set of discussions.
So best we set up some sort of ambassadorial thing. I think
does Jerry? Who did Jerry lay claim to? Was it Temivek or Taron?
I think it was Temivek because Tem was the one who promised him the money.
Yeah, Tim showed up late. Yeah, Tim showed up late, and they promised him Latinum, and then he got snagged. Okay, so yeah, while you're having your comms, should Jerry just bellow out what he wants?
I need my Latinum. I will take Temivec and make sure he pays me. My people need help, and I'm here to collect.
Okay. Is there anything I need to worry about, Lieutenant, or are we doing okay?
No, we're doing fine. Like I said, I think we may need some. I'm not even sure what our current diplomatic relations are with the Packleds, but
they're not.
May need to rethink.
They're fairly harmless. I think that I can handle one of these guys fairly easily. She's going to play.
She's going to have problems with the Federation as long as you help us.
Oh, are you sure he's a Packled?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm Packled Prime. I'm the pinnacle of the Packled people.
Oh man, I feel fascism creeping in here. I feel Packled eugenics just started sliding into the chat now.
No good.
No, let's all meet. She's good. Mr. Prime, we're going your primedness. I think she's going to use that phrase. We're going to have a special room where we can review and make sure that the Cardassians stay until you get your Latinum.
Excellent.
Okay.
I like that idea. As long as I get some help from my people. They suffer greatly.
Okay. And she's going to have... So if you're set, we can land the shuttle and just do the transit. How's that?
Yeah, I don't think there's any other stuff to take up.
Okay, now that I remembered who all was in the freaking shuttle, that's always helpful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look on your guys' character sheets and find your absolute worst scores.
Okay.
And make sure that happens. Is Azara going to... All right, so the disembarking of the shuttle is going to be, maybe there's about how many meters? Like about 10 meters. Bajor can land the shuttle fairly close, and also, get the docking ports lined up and everything, and does an incredibly professional job. First Officer Thorne, Commander Thorne, is going to talk to the captain of the ship, and try and get all things smoothed out with her. So that's good. And unfortunately, I don't know if anybody in the group knows her anymore. I don't think so. At least not in this crew. Yours does.
Remy? Yeah, I know her, but
you're not. Yeah, you're not here, so no one present had a personal relationship with her,
right? Which
was hilarious. However, there can be a blast from the past guy coming up here. So Remy, she's gonna be reluctant. The shuttle lands. The doors will open. Is there any prep or anything you want to do, Lieutenant, before we drag him out? You want to put little hoods on him?
No, but I presume we still have the handcuffs.
They are still restrained, and
okay. So
she's tried to clear off any Bajorans from the area.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to know if there was anything you guys wanted to do before we pop the seal on the shuttle.
No, I don't think so. Then anybody else have a thought here?
I can't think of it.
Okay. Well, you guys can also do individual initiative as you see the situation evolve, I assume. Okay. So you are gonna pop through. What I wanted to do was Gosh darn it, guys. I'm sorry. This is me trying to grab your stupid character sheets at the last minute. And then I'm waiting for the pop-up ads on my screen reader to flop through. Now I'd like to get a probably security and insight or reason. It's up to you, depending on how you want to, what kind of prep or movement of the prisoners. Do you want to do this in a logical way, or do you want to see intuitively what the best way to, put yourself in the eyes of your fellow Bajorans, or think like a Starfleet officer?
Yeah, I'm going to go intuitive on that one. Let me see here. And would perception be good for a focus?
I believe that would be exactly the focus I would use. I would look at that as an insight, and
Okay.
because you're essentially, your biggest concern probably is the Bajorans, and not you can handle the prisoners. It's the Bajorans you're worried about. So you're putting yourself in their shoes, which is a fantastic situation.
Can I help with that? Can I use etiquette as one of my focuses?
Okay. Go ahead and tell me what etiquette would be doing in this, because I think it was a good one. I just want to hear how you would apply it.
Generally just following, not by the book, but trying to show respect to the Bajorans in the area, like if there are any. Showing respect to like both the prisoners and this by like either putting up shields so that no one can see anything, or like just trying to go that route, like trying to keep it almost like a courtesy, what's the word I'm looking for? Confidentiality type thing.
Okay, so you do it on discretion, the etiquette of discretion. Okay, I get you. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, for your etiquette, it's probably going to be a presence and either command or security, depending on if you want to be bossing people around or if you want to do the etiquette of more of a, more like a diplomacy thing, a sociology thing, or a you got somebody in the cuffs and you make sure that they don't get too rough a ride. Kind of thing. It's up to you which one you want to use. You get to use your brand new dice too.
Yes.
All right.
Present, definitely.
You're gonna break the seal on those babies. I think you guys burned off all your momentum too, if I recall, which was stunning. Well, thank you for that. So let's build some back up with a simple prisoner transfer. This will be like a difficulty level, probably 2, to just kind of make sure everything rolls along smoothly. So Steve, you have to make the roll first because you're the primary mover, and then Destiny, you'll don't tell me what your roll was. And if it was bad, you can re-roll it, and I'll never know. But once he makes a success, then you get to roll. Sorry?
Nothing.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I'm surprised the cats don't chase
That is
it.
3 successes.
Holy crap. Okay. All right, Destiny, if you want to assist with some form of 20.
I hope not. No, that's 2 successes.
Oh, you did? You rolled a crit?
Oh, not a crit. No, I got a 3 and a 4.
The 3, you'll on an assist, you only use a single die.
Okay.
You're just using a helper die. But either one of those, because of your focus, I assume you had a skill better than 3 in either security or command.
Command is 3.
Okay. That because your focus lets that become your critical range. So you rolled 2 more. You rolled 2 more successes.
Yay.
Yep. So we got 5. You got 5 altogether. Only needed 2. So that leaves 3 you can bank. I don't know if there's anything you may or may not want to do to make this extra weird or extra special. I have no threat to spend, so I can't throw a Bajoran at you, which was my goal. and you let me down. You guys' dice let me down.
New dice. Woo.
Can you hold one up to the camera, please? There we go. Okay, those are official Starfleet dice. All right, so you guys can make it into the ship without incident. Jerry, are you going to do anything, or are you just going along with this?
I'll go along for now. He was thinking about just grabbing Temivek and trying to just drag him out, but he's decided that he'll find out what the Federation can offer him. So he's going to just play along with the Feds for now.
Boy, you are just a colossal douchebag.
He's looking out for the Packlids. Man.
Yeah, that's true. Because no one's going to look out for the Packlids but Packlids.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. There's the do not link. So what I'm going to do is bring boop, boop, boop. And that's the sound they make too as we do that. I didn't even bring Jerry after all of that. All right. We can get him into the cargo deck, and there's also some, there's some actual cabins and rooms that can be used. Good Lord, this thing gets busy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a thing I'm going to do a dice roll here. 5d20. Okay, well, that was fun while it lasted. Okay, so, yeah, Ella's in there. She meets you. It's like, congratulations. She does look the prisoners over. She definitely knows Temivek because, about not many hours ago, they'd squared off, and that was, or not many hours ago, yeah, a little while ago, they had squared off, and he'd went limping away, and so she's happy to see him and wants to know where his ship is, and she says, "I can take it from here, Lieutenant, if that's all right with you."
Yeah, I think that should be fine.
Since Ella's the Janeway, well, you don't know Janeway at this point, do you? Cam?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
I mean, yeah, because the Packlet doesn't know Janeway. Who would a female officer be? Well, they might actually learn that. It might be Thorn. That might be the first time they have any female officer from now on. It's going to be called Thorn.
She is the thorn in the Packled's side.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah, so basically Temivek is under Jerry's control, but Ella is talking directly to Tem a lot. So I don't know if that's up to you or not, what you want to do with that.
Jerry is going to say, so he owes me latinum, but if you wish to keep him as your prisoner, I would be willing to trade him and the latinum for a Starfleet tricorder and medical device so we can reverse engineer them and make the package stronger.
Just laying them out there.
Yeah, just laid it out. I mean, he's still a Packlet, so he's just trying to get his stuff, but he's a smart Packlet, so he wants to reverse engineer some Starfleet tech because they need that.
He's not a really smart Packlet because this stuff gets like dropped by dead crew all over the sector. Oh yeah, she's gonna actually. She's like, I don't know. You're driving a pretty hard bargain. The tricorder, and she just snaps over it at Nellis.
Uh-huh.
Our tricorders. Just trying to, hope that you'll hand her a tricorder, but you're not picking up on any of the signs of this.
Yeah, no. Hey, she's not trying to kill me.
Have the neuro.
She's not a Cardassian, so I'm not really paying. Human hand gestures really don't mean anything to me.
Like, I'm mentally
We look
trying
like you,
to,
but we're not
like,
you.
give a case now of we have the neurosynth 6 because my version is 9, but that we might be able to spare.
Oh, she just needs a. I just need a. I just need a. But I don't know. See, he's even guarding this tricorder with his life. This is how valuable it is. I don't know if I can give you 2 things.
We need the tricorder to find things to make us go, but we need the medical device for all the Packlets who are sick. I will think on which one is more important, and I will make you a counter offer.
Oh, God damn it. Okay. Yeah, I just managed to tuck myself into a harder deal. It's like, all right, well, let us know what it is that you decide. And she's going to see if there's a set of staterooms on the upper deck. She's going to have one of the security people go off with him. I don't think. Tell us, did you want to like see them all the way to things, or just kind of trust that the security detail kind of knows what it's doing?
I will trust that the security detail knows what they're doing.
So we're going to have Jerry, Timovek, Darkovok, and Taran Velkar. Oh God, why do I have too many names? I'm gonna plunk them into the next area of the ship. They're just gonna go off unless you guys have any other opinions.
Jerry would like quarters commensurate to his status as Packlet Prime.
Oh God. Well, the internal cargo bay is open. Let me see. I'm going to just have Ella see if he'll fall. I don't know if it'll even fall for it. It's just a giant cargo bay. It's a big room. Yeah, we can get you the biggest room on the ship. And
bigger is always better for Packlet.
Yeah, Captain Remy and the cargo master are both going to go with Packlet and take him over to probably to Cargo 2. There are smuggling panels in these spaces, so it is a question of whether Jerry finds whether Jerry we can just randomly decide if Jerry uncovers smuggling panels.
We should do an evens odds rules because I shouldn't know that as Jerry, but since as a
Jerry's
player I do.
Oh no, is Jerry just being a goof? He's all Packlets are curious. He would stumble on. I just want to let you know that there are panels and secret things he can find. If he's there, there's an opportunity, and I feel it to be an absolute requirement that he's going to do something stupid.
Oh yeah, he'll do something silly.
Okay, but either way, I'm gonna get those out of there. I'm gonna have Ella, say, well, congratulations, you two. So what else happened out there?
Excuse me.
Yep. Well, bless you. So what else happened out there? Because we've got a lot of things going on. I've got, did you find out maybe what what will help put an end to Cardassian raids here? I mean, this will go a long way.
We'll find that out until we interrogate those guys.
Yeah, that's true. Did you find any ship? No ship?
Didn't find a ship, but again, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe they'll tell us.
All right. Is there anything else I should know about these guys? Were they just sitting around? Were they?
Well, as a Bajoran, I'm required to tell you they're the scum of the universe, but that's just because I'm a card-carrying Bajoran.
Mm-hmm.
Formulate your own opinion about them.
Okay. And I have a question. Did you guys tell her that they were possessed by paw wraiths? Did you leave that detail out? I just wanted to double check.
I'm just wondering if we should leave that. I don't know that it matters, to be honest.
No, they were just possessed by an alien life form for a while. That might open up more. That might generate more questions than you're prepared to answer at the moment, I guess.
If their eyes start glowing, set your phasers one higher.
Okay. Wait, is this? Did you run into whatever injured the lieutenant on the Odyssey?
We think we may have, yeah.
Okay. All right, and that's what the other team is investigating the caves right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Lieutenant. I'm gonna get to interrogating the Cardassians because that's a lot more concrete. Would you be able to take care of the Bajorans that you took prisoner?
Yeah, I'll go chat with them. First, I think I'm gonna hit up the whoever the religious leader is over here, just to talk to him about the potential paw wraiths.
Yeah, that would be a thing. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. So what I want to do is I'm going to flip over to where someone just yelled, "Oh shit!" Okay, redeemed an object. Oh my God! So what did he did we have an object redeem? And if so, do we have details?
It's a fine bottle of Canar, which we could discover in the caves, perhaps.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. You're going to find a bottle of Canar in the caves? Okay. Well, let's try it. I just got logged out of something, so you'll have to forgive me for it being distracted. All right. So, we got a bottle of Canar as a potential redeem. I'm going to, by the way, I'm going to toss that into the pending redeems if I can find it. Okay, everybody, wake up. We're doing it. Okay, so flipping back into the caves, which I thought I had put people in, but apparently I didn't.
I thought you put the Tellarite voice in there with us.
I did, and then I didn't. And then I also didn't know that I forgot that Lemuel was also supposed to be in there with you.
Yeah.
Because I forgot that I just shuffled him around. I think your hands are healed too, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Post-traumatic shakes.
Oh, I'm over those.
You're over those? Okay. So, Jim, you haven't had anything to do for the last 20 minutes but laugh. So, what we got? What you want to do?
Well, so this guy screams, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, from way down the caves.
Way down the caves. Let's go check out what he is screaming "oh shit" about.
Okay.
Maybe it's something good. That is worth screaming "oh shit" about.
Yep.
Yeah.
All I remember is, we had some symbols. We had some possible memory mysteries. All right. What I need is from bottle of Canar to assist with interrogation. Oh, that's pretty clever. Okay, what I'm going to do is each one of you is going to do something, and Destiny's going to have to deal with how Silas reacts to this. So what I'm going to do is just ask you each for a word, okay? And so, Cam, I need some sort of adjective. We're going to make our own Cthulhu monsters, what we're going to do.
Right.
Some sort of a Lovecraftian descriptor.
All right.
It's going to be one word, and then the other two have to come up with other words.
Rubbery.
Okay.
Not
Jim?
to be confused with shrubbery.
Okay, so rubbery. Jim, what other thing would you descriptive, like size, color, smell?
Noxious.
Okay, rubbery, noxious. And Steve, what do you you can just pretty much pull anything out of the hat.
I'm just gonna go with slimy.
Slimy. Okay. I was hoping for like shambling. God, we got an Armus. We just made an Armus. Okay. Silas, there is something which is apparently you encounter a incredibly noxious odor. If you've ever like smelled like rotted meat.
I think that would be why I'm yelling, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that smell, oh shit.
Yeah. Also, as and the thing is that while you were walking and doing the track order thing, there was a puddle of this, whatever it is, on the floor, which is extremely viscous and slimy. And beneath that, it is also a bit of a stretchy or flexible floor. So it's not a whole pit full of slime noxiousity. It's not even a word. But you definitely hit something where it's like in some kind of the floor gives in a very creepy ass way. So yeah, you screamed, oh shit. And then we'll decide whether or not it comes off your shoe.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to take a step back and hope my shoe comes with me.
Okay. You got your fine Starfleet shoe. You're probably in the stirrup era, so that's a bonus. How about if you give me anything above? Let's go anything below a 13 on 2 dice. 2 dice. 2 chances to.
Oh God.
Okay, we did.
I got 20 and 16.
You got a 20 and a 16.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Really? 20 and a 16?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, who hates him the most? Why don't you pick somebody to pick your consequence?
Cam always has fun ideas.
Okay, Cam. You need to have. You guys need to step it up.
No,
If you want to torment
I'm on
people,
the
you got to
spot.
step it
I
up.
usually get my fun ideas when they're completely untelegraphed. So now
Yep.
I'm going to have a hard time.
So
You
yeah,
got
this is
your
gonna be
foot
something
out.
to do with the foot or the slime, or it could
Yeah.
be something to do with the environment or the reaction to it, because we don't know anything
got
about
your-
this.
Silas gets his foot out, but some of the rubbery substance stayed on the bottom of his shoe, and he kind of feels like it's eating into the shoe. Something's like the sole of his shoe. You can feel the ground beneath it, like it's slowly dissolving.
Oh God!
Yeah. So Silas is gonna try to like hop back and then yank his shoe off,
Okay,
which seems dumb, but if it's acid, that's all I can think of.
okay. Yeah, let's have him grab the what's it called? Let's have him. Probably, I'm going to say you're going to need 2 successes. Hopefully, you won't kill anything any worse. And he's probably going to be about a 12.
Yeah. Yay, 2 successes.
All right. Well, he got it. He stuck his foot in it, and then he stuck his foot back out. So that's not bad.
Put your right foot
Just have
in,
to
your right
replace that
foot
boot.
out.
I like the idea that you calm yourself down by singing that. You guys heard this cry of "oh shit," followed by some weird echoing song. Exactly. Lemuel, you're kind of in charge of. I don't know what you're doing, Lemuel.
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Now somebody has screamed, oh shit, and they're singing a little song.
Yes.
And Lemuel knows, as far as he's concerned, once the little songs start being sung, like, there's weird shit going on.
Okay.
So he's gonna
Decidedly none.
rush down the corridor, down the passageway towards Silas to try and see if he needs help, if he's getting, I don't know, lobotomized by a cave creature.
Okay. No, we're not going to fucking do that. Someone's dragging D&D into this. We've already got a whole level of horror. Yeah, that would work. Oh, hey, Felix. Yeah, Felix just picked up his, we could have had a raid going. So, all right, we got, yeah, that's all right. Now, I forgot, you're running into the cave or you're just,
Yeah, I'm running into the cave.
Okay. Regathor, what are you doing?
I'm also going to run into the cave, and I'm going to have my tricorder on to see if I can get any anomalous readings from ahead of us.
Okay.
My science tricorder, so it's not a medical one, so it can't really tell me much about life forms other than there's a life form there, if there is.
And if you know it.
Yeah.
You know, if it's life as you know it, those are the two things it can tell you about life.
Yep.
So, yeah, Lemuel, you're obviously going to get there first because you're not bothering to nerd out with a tricorder.
If he gets too close to the thing, I will try to stop him from running into it. So.
Oh, I need an evens or odds from you.
Me?
Yeah, because I don't know how carefully you handled your boot as you were taking it off.
Oh, even.
Okay. All right. Well, your dice are my dice are friends to you too. You managed not to you managed not to get anything on you. You're pretty focused, but you can definitely warn Lieutenant as he's about to. Let me see, evens or odds again, please.
Odds.
Man, all right. Yep, it's time for you to go to lottery. Yeah, you can basically have the, you are actually able to warn the lieutenant to stop before he gets there in plenty of time. So you have your boot off in your hand. I assume, I don't know if you have your tricorder in your hand or not. It could be. And you just told him to stop. And Lemuel, you come to this cave is, it's got the shattered remnants around it. It's also, the biggest thing that catches your eye is the giant pool of kind of tarry, inky blackness. It's got sort of a disgusting, stench. And I don't know how sensitive you are to smells.
Is that an Armis?
Not yet. That would be mean. That would be cliched. It'd be like having 3 demi-lich, have Tiamat show up in every room.
Yeah.
I got 5 wands of Osmodeus. But rods of Orcus or whatever it was. So it is a goo. It's a very noxious goo. I think now we've even added squelchy to it because where the boot was, it's kind of like, kind of not reforming, but just slowly oozing back in from the boot print. But it is definitely disgusting.
That's gross.
It is incredibly gross. And it's also something that, the smell doesn't seem to go much more than a meter from the cave, and it should probably stink a lot more.
So I know, there's medical stuff you can put under your nose so you don't pass out from the smell.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that to not pass out.
I like that the biggest thing that you have that when you flipped your jacket inside out and went to science, you got an automatic nosegay, which I think is what those are called, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the idea that you whip out a handkerchief and just put it to your face. There's probably a hypo that you can use, a numbing agent, a thing to knock it down, but you're not a doctor.
Yeah.
But you wish you were now, so that's kind of sucky.
Yeah. And then
Time to
I'm just
change
gonna mumble
divisions.
something.
No, actually, it's the same
Same shirt.
different
True,
insignia.
true. Just different specialties.
Well, and it depends because sometimes they'll. We're not in the era with green, are we? We're still where they were blue.
Still blue, yeah.
Yeah.
They're still blue. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, we just need to flip the badge. So basically, he can just turn his badge over. Actually, no. Actually, in this, they don't. Crap, they don't have that. You can just declare yourself medical, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the badge doesn't even designate anything anymore. Okay, so Lemuel, you're seeing this black puddle. It's about 2 meters across because we're in Star Trek. That will be about 7 freedom units.
I'm gonna start scanning.
Okay, let's look at some reason and either. What kind of questions you want to ask of it? Because it could be engineering or science.
I guess it would be science questions. Like,
Okay.
I want to know: is it alive? Is it organic? Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Okay.
And I would like to know when I get there if I show up with my tricorder if the smell is because it's been dissolving other living things. Like if I can determine if there's any like parts of cardassians or
Gross.
because I do have comparative anatomy,
So
so
I'll look
there's
up-
parts I might be able to discern. Oh, that's a Cardassian ridge, not a Bajoran ridge.
Oh God.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
you're looking oh, you're all gonna be gross. I like the idea of like, that knuckle bone. That's looking mighty Bolian.
Yeah.
That's a Bolian neck bone.
That's a Bolian neck.
Let me see. Steve, do the Tellarites really care about any of this, or are they just getting on with their science-y ways?
I would think that one of the Tellarites looks up and goes, "What the hell is the hokey pokey?" You know you can't say that to Tellarites, right? You know that's like saying the N-word, all right? Don't do that.
I like that.
File an HR.
I knew exactly where we were headed with that. I believe, I don't remember if Lemuel, I think you're both lieutenants, right? Lemuel and Ragathor are both lieutenants.
Yeah.
So you're co-team captains. You're going to have to handle some HR complaints. Because you're pretty sure that it was Silas that said it, right?
Yes. Chalk this one up to.
I'm waiting to see if we're allowed to like bust out the P word, bust out PS. They have them say PS for Silas. All right, so we got an HR complaint going on. What?
We have to make sure we don't get any of that black stuff in our eyes because we could get a sty in there.
That's within the earshot of the tiny perked up ears. Vernon, did you want to, I forget which one you wanted to even do. Did you want to do the more sciencey one or the more engineering one?
I'll do engineering.
No, I mean, I'm sorry, I was asking Steve
Oh, sorry.
if you wanted to do Xander or Vorten, which Tellarite did you want to? If it didn't, unless it matters, they don't have to come in or anything.
I'll go with their strong suit, which is the engineering.
Okay. Xander's just going to go over and learn about like cornstarch or something. Yeah, Vorten, did you want to follow in Lemuel with us or not follow him in or just listen in and not really care?
Yeah, I'll follow him in.
Okay. Okay, Lemuel, you're busy scanning for whether it's animal, vegetable, mineral, or other. And this is the science roll. So let's go with science and reason. And how many successes can you generate?
Let's see. I need a little flashlight. That is 1 success.
Okay. You definitely get the sense that this, not the sense that this is a scientific instrument. Yeah, it's physical. It has mass. It, it extends about 4 inches. The pool is at least 4 inches deep. The scans seem to not do super well. It's a diffuse mass. It is definitely got organic components or compounds in it. Plus, there's a sprinkling of a difficult to define mineral. And I remember that we used a mineral in our talk, and I have to go back through the chat for it.
I looked it up. If it's the mineral that the Vulcans and Bajorans prize, it was called aurorite.
Yeah.
AURA.
It's a lot like that, but not really. So you've got a scan of what's in the walls of the cave now, but this stuff is very different. Or it's similar but more complex. So that's what you get out of it, Jim.
All right.
That's what Lemuel finds out. And I guess, Gathor, what were you thinking of now?
I was scanning to see if it has dissolved other life forms. So I'm searching to see if it's if it feeds, if it is it just oil that happens to be kind of acidic, or is it something that eats and grows
Okay.
and could presumably then be super dangerous rather than just stand back dangerous?
Well, you're looking at Celis's boot. It's slowly dissolving the synthetic sole of the boot.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sturdy stuff. Starfleet does, your clothes surprisingly do not catch on fire or dissolve very easily.
Yeah,
they are no use against spears apparently, but other than that, so go ahead and throw your probably your reason and science.
All right.
And then
so I have a 16 in that, which
good
is good.
Christ.
And I get 2 successes.
That's it?
I didn't spend any momentum.
Oh, okay.
I was just doing a straight up scan.
Yeah, if I remember right, you guys had 3 spare from the shuttle. Yeah, so you can ask a couple of questions about it then. 1 question per momentum. And the basic thing is there's no discernible bones or recognizable organic material, if that makes sense. Because you were very concerned more about bones.
Yeah, I'm concerned about, does it move? Does it ingest? Because if it just sits there like a puddle of acidic oil, we can easily avoid it. But if it seems like it goes after things, goes hunting or something, then that's more dangerous.
Well, there's a way to detect that. I don't think you can scan for does it go hunting.
Well, no, but I mean, if it had pieces and parts in it, I don't think that many people would wander up this cave and get dissolved. So I was trying to determine if it's gone out and grabbed a Cardassian or a Bajoran or whatever.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I can't tell that. So
nope, nothing there. No,
okay.
it doesn't appear to have anything in it. What other question would you maybe have?
Is there a discernible trail behind it? Like, has it moved up this hallway or down this hallway? Like, is there any sign that whatever the compound is that's dissolving the boots, if there's traces of it beyond where the edge of the black stuff is?
No, actually, this is more like Silas, did you want to talk about what happened when you stepped in it?
Yeah, so
you don't
I
necessarily.
stepped in it was like gooey, and then I stepped out, and then that. Am I gonna have to use my own credits to replace my boots?
No, we just replicate those. It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Although I mean, who knows what the Odyssey's policy is on damaged
It's going to be
uniforms.
too.
I think Starfleet. Yeah, I think Starfleet's pretty forgiving on that.
Okay. The other bit is that the one other thing you can know from this is that there was a rubbery texture when she stepped into the goo, that it didn't hit a solid rock, that it hit some kind of a membrane. So when you look around, there doesn't seem to be any suggestion that it oozed around, and it feels more like it's in a cauldron or a bowl, if that makes sense, like a little concave-y thing. I just realized my hands are not visible everywhere all the time.
Yeah, you have to stick them way up
We
high.
put a metal rod in it to see how deep it is, and then like.
Sure. Do you have a metal rod handy?
We're in a cave, so probably not.
Okay, I just want to
Yeah,
check.
I have caltraps, a 50-foot rope.
Who has the 10-foot pole?
torches.
Who has the 10-foot pole?
Yeah, who has
I
the
need some iron spikes. There was a bunch of stuff that the Cardassians had too, though. They had the
Yeah,
little
that's true.
they had a geology kit and a few other things. If you wanted to do that, Vorten, you always carry around. You do tend to carry around a pickaxe, as is the Tellarite way.
Well, then we can use
I
that.
feel that the Tellarites are standing for dwarves, so whatever a dwarf would have.
This is not the family heirloom one, so.
Oh yes, it's the family cudgel. Yeah. So well, if we, I mean, you can probably probe it or find, there's some I think that there's probably some sticks or some mining. Let's go with basic mining equipment. Pretend that was in the cave with the Cardassians too. So we can come back. Xander can just be sent off for that and come back with it, or Silas can.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't have a metal rod. Probably some sample tubes, some small explosives. Sawed-off shotgun.
Ooh,
One thing of holy water. But I'm thinking of whatever they would have for a Cthulhu mining expedition, like TNT. Everyone has a creative TNT. But yeah, so there's at least a metal rod, so you can go, if you want to go and you can literally poke at it. You're totally welcome to.
Silas is
Yeah,
gonna
just
poke.
keep an eye out in case it screams.
Okay. Sorry, Silas, the ensign just gonna poke at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not a good science officer yet. He just transferred, so yeah, he's gonna poke it.
Okay, Ron, are you gonna oversee the overly eager grad student, or are you just gonna let them learn for themselves?
Me?
You're the science
as
officer.
the lead science officer, I'm going to say, don't do anything that geologists do, like lick it. We're not
Do not
determining
lick
if it's
science.
halite or not.
Okay.
Just if you stick the rod in there, don't go in too far, lean over it so you get a whiff of if it explodes spores or anything. So just kind of from a distance, stick the rod in kind of horizontally a little bit.
Let me know if you got any opinions on this.
I'll just go
You're just
sit back
watching.
and watch this. This is apparently
So yeah,
how
he's
science
gonna
gets
like
done on the
carefully.
Odyssey.
Yeah, I really want to know too. Starbase One had a very interesting science program.
Yes,
We
he's
are
gonna,
all
like-
empirical people. We are empirical scientists. So we do everything the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, I like it. You're the Dr. Pulaski of science. It's like, nope, put away the tricorder. I'm gonna go poke you in the eye. Okay, so you're just gonna lean in with this metal pole, and
Yep, I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna poke it at a 45-degree angle as much as I can. That way, I can use Pythagorean's theorem to figure out how tall it is, and that way, I'm not leaning too far over and falling.
okay.
I'll take my tricorder and measure if anything changes with it. Well, Silas is poking it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this will not be a subtle thing. You will not need a tricorder for this. This is a dumb thing. How are you poking the? I get the entry angle. I don't know the approach. I don't know the level of thrust. Are we tentative? Are we confident? Are we rampant? How exactly? I'm just going there with it.
Poking it, like with the Grinch and a 49.5 foot pole.
Yeah.
We're just gently.
Just lean it on in. Okay. As you pushing the pole in, it does make contact with a squelchy surface. There isn't too much of a resistance to it. You can think of it like a really good thick solid syrup, and it's and as you go in, it's okay. It's not bad, and you've it doesn't seem to do much to the metal. There's no hissing or bubbling or anything. It doesn't seem to affect the metal any. As you break the surface, the stench is a little more violent, like you kind of broke a membrane. Like if I think we've experienced the cow pie, the fresh versus hour-old cow pie. And that's
like when you step on dog poop in your yard.
I was gonna, yeah.
Kicks up that smell a little stronger.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you pop that up a little bit, but as you proceed in, I'm assuming you're going until you hit resistance, or are you going an inch and stop, an inch and then stop? There doesn't seem to be any quivering or anything from it that you can tell. There's no kind of what would the reaction be? Doesn't seem to be any physical reaction to it. Now, Cam, you were scanning, right?
Yeah, I was trying to determine if it, does it flinch? Does it produce any strange?
It does. It does start.
Endothermic.
It starts giving off. It starts off giving off something that would be in the psychic range. So it starts giving off wavelengths of energy that seems very similar to what the cave was emanating before. And also evens or odds on Silas. Who's standing near Silas?
Well, I guess I probably moved up to get closer with the tricorder. So
Okay.
I should be. Plus,
Evens
I have to supervise.
Okay, evens for you, Cam. Evens or odds?
I'll go evens also, just to tempt fate.
Okay. Well, Silas feels something very, very strong. Very. Oh, Silas, what are you scared of? Actually, Steve, tell Silas what he's scared of.
Still afraid of tactical rocks and harming. Yeah, like he's still freaked out about the fact that he almost killed a kid because he threw a rock at him.
Okay, Steve, do you have any additional backstory to lay on to the terror that Silas might be finding?
So, perhaps they're hallucinating that the rocks are coming alive, being pissed off that Silas threw them.
Okay. You're having a nightmare about Pokemon coming at the rock Pokemon.
Geodude?
Yeah, I think that you start seeing that the rocks move. We're looking around, and they're scaring you.
Do I fall backwards or forwards when I freak out?
I think you want to get away from what. You want to get away from the puddle. You want to get away from the cave.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna drop that and just start backing up. I don't know if I'm running or if I'm walking, but I'm maybe a little bit both of just.
We're walking.
Yeah, backwards moonwalk almost. I don't know what the.
Okay. Rugathor doesn't have any reaction at all, and Lemuel. Oh God. Yeah, give me a. Oh, give me a fortitude save. No, that's the wrong
That's a
game.
different game.
That's a different game. Let's look at your. We'll go with presence and
Oh,
probably
nice.
presence and command.
That's an 11. Oh shit!
That's what started this.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
shit.
this whole-
Yeah, that is a 1 success and a critical fail at 20. Complication.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Steve, I'm going to make you the nightmare guy. You're going to change your name to Freddy. But basically, I don't know, Lemuel's having a vision, and it's a vision that frightens him terribly. I think he was worried about zombies in the past. So,
Let's just continue with that theme. Sure.
okay. Got any good vivid things? Oh, I was hoping that you give
Well, I
us
got
you give us a vivid one. Did you want to do it, or do you want Destiny to do it?
No, let Destiny do it this time.
Zombies eating his hands.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, I like the idea that his tricorder did a naked lunch on him.
Yes.
Yeah, your tricorder's eating your hands that you just got healed.
I just got those back.
No.
So, yeah, that's a thing that happened. So you're put out, I think.
It's like in The Thing when he goes to
Sorry,
try
I'm
to.
just trying. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that the tricorder is like this little flippy thing, so I don't know if it would like wrap around your hand.
Yes. Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just pinch him, right?
It's just
It
like,
just
yeah, I
closed.
just pinched my thumb. Like, I hate it when I do that.
Yeah, it has a taste for the thumb beat. But yeah, that you are experiencing some a very stressful belief that your tricorder has gotten fangs and it's gone feral.
Can I tell that they're agitated?
I don't know. I'm waiting for them to actually act.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
like
them to actually role play. I was told
Like,
there
I'm
would be.
freaking
I was
out
told there would
right
be
now.
I
screaming.
was told there would be role playing.
So yeah, I'm gonna be like stepping back and be like, my God, the rocks. The rocks.
What about
No!
the rocks? What about the rocks, Ensign?
I think as soon as that happens, Jim, you go off.
Yeah. Oh, go!
All right, that's extremely well Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right, so Ragorthar is going to come up to Silas and just put my hand over his hand and pull the rod back out and say, "No kill eye." Where's a Vulcan who can mind meld with Goop?
Well, you kind of left
Need
somebody else. It's like, yeah, that's what if just when would have had a telepathic character would have come in extremely handy.
Yeah. I'll at least pull the rod out because I'm thinking that it's not coincidence that the rod went in and everybody else except me freaked out.
Okay, that's not bad. Vorta, did you want any of these shenanigans, or are you just going to stand there, kind of not worrying too much about this? It's up to you whether or not you want to be
No.
subjected to it.
No, once I heard the hokey pokey, I got cranky.
No.
Going back to work and trying to forget, they said that particular word.
I do like the.
I'm sure there's a good explanation for it. I'm sure it's just a linguistic nightmare, but
Okay, I like that.
Take-
Yeah, so he
Personal-
stomps off and takes a personal time, some anger time.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to focus on whatever task I was working on.
Okay. Now that you've made it clear that you've been pissed off, offended. So, all right, yeah. Once you pull the rod out, yes, the emanations, the hallucinations, I guess I'll call them for right now. Your visions, what you're experiencing subsides. No damage, no physical damage, no probably no rock monsters, but you never know in caves.
At this point, Silas is gonna throw up.
Okay, in or out of the pool?
Around the pool.
Like is a sort of sympathetic vomit, like a form of
No,
communications?
it's between the nauseous smell and the rocks and everything else. He's not questioning his life choices again, but he's definitely nauseous of what the hell.
Okay, so you're retching violently in the cave, or did you make it out into the hallway?
I don't know. Did I make it out?
I have no idea.
I backed up. I backed up,
You did
but I
back
don't
out.
think I made
You
it
did.
out.
You did back up. You did drop. I'm assuming you kind of dropped the rod, but it was still stuck in there. So that was that.
Yeah.
That was that
I
cover.
think I only backed up a little bit. I don't think I backed out like of the cave. I think I just backed up enough. Like
Okay. Well,
I don't think I backed up enough to.
I'm going for splash hits on Ragorthor. Cam, evens or odds?
Odds.
Okay. Only a little. So, and also how heavy, we don't know how heavy a lunch you had. We should roll for that, but probably not. I think you've thrown up several times during this, haven't you?
Once or twice, yeah.
Okay, there's nothing left in the tank at this point. So you're just retching at this point.
Oh, dry heaves, it's the worst.
Oh, the dry heaves are the worst.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it smell any better. Lemuel, you're probably going to be okay. You can decide if you want to have a roll to decide how okay you are, if you just want to by fiat.
Lemuel is now looking at his tricorder, which
Okay.
has obviously never been alive and would never bite him or eat him. And he's just like, why would I think that? The hell is wrong with me? Why would I think that of all things is what is happening here?
I'm not sure. Yeah, but you do have a whole hand and everything, so that's a plus.
I'm just gonna like after I throw up at this point be like, I'm tired of rocks. I'm sick of rocks. Damn these rocks! And I'm gonna leave the cave. Like I don't know if my superior officer is calling for me. I don't care. I'm just sick of rocks and I'm surrounded by rocks and I want to be away from the rocks.
All right, so Ragorthar calls out to you and just go, I would suggest astrogation or celestial mechanics as your sub discipline of science.
Oh God.
To keep you off the planets. Astrophysics is very good. Geophysics, not good. Not good.
Yeah, I was going to ask, Vorchan, could you roll a couple of dice, 15 or less?
Okay. Let me see. What is this? This is a 20 and a 4. So you tell me.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let me see. Vortan, you do smell that because you went into the room to complain, right? Or did you just yell down the hall? I thought you were in the room with him for a bit.
No, I don't think I went towards them. And I'm only considering the HR complaint.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd actually gone in and seen the black, the goo. Okay. Well, in that case, don't worry about it. You do hear a human retching, and this is yet another insult. It means they're basically having some sort of a feast, possibly a marriage ceremony.
And they didn't
And they did not invite you.
God damn it, these people.
So, yeah.
I thought the Federation was better than this. We involve everybody. No. Somebody starts throwing up, they don't think to invite me.
I do like the idea that communal vomiting is a thing.
I don't like that at all.
You're not a Tellarite, though. I do like the idea. It's like, no, we're all going to purge together. We're getting it out,
Binge and purge.
Binge and
Is
purge.
he near the entrance of the cave?
I think he's back off in the corridor somewhere. Trying
Okay,
to.
can I was gonna say, as I'm storming out, do I see him at all,
Oh,
or
yeah.
at this point?
Oh no, you didn't make it too far. I mean, you made it about a stumble, and then you just started hurling.
Okay, yeah. At this point, I'm still marching out of this cave because I'm so done with rocks. I'm marching out of the cave, not quitting Starfleet, but this is bullshit. I'm so sick of rocks. I'm just marching out of the cave, angry.
Okay, so are you gonna head? So you're gonna pass floor 10 on your way.
Yeah, as I do that, I don't know if I bump into him or not, but I don't notice him, and I just
Might as well.
I'm marching out. Yeah, I accidentally bump him out the door, and I'm like, stupid rocks and stupid. I don't even know what you are, and I just keep going, complaining about rocks.
Okay. As Silas passes you, I'm assuming you're still carrying your boot.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where that sense roll that I had you make happens.
Okay.
Let's see if I can spell it correctly. Why am I missing this? Yeah, I was trying to find. There it is. So that's what you smell.
Interesting.
As they go by with their boot. Now they've been drinking without you and doing keg stands, and yeah. This might be too much for you to bear.
I stop what I'm doing with my tricorder, set it to log journaling or whatever, and make a note. This is a serious HR violation complaint thing. First the hokey pokey, then they're having some kind of orgy wedding party thing back there,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're doing a drinking party, and they didn't invite the Tellarites. Just no.
Is there anything you want to do that would motivate you to share any of this information with the rest of the party? Because I'm out of it.
Well,
Happy
I
getting
mean,
pissed off in the other room.
Silas is just whisking past, and the rest of them are still in the cave, right? So I'm waiting for them to
Yeah,
come
pretty
out.
much. Yep.
I just body checked you, I shoulder checked you, leaving this cave. So I don't know if you want to do something about that.
Well, if Silas was a female, that might be some sort of interest. But as a guy, I just accept it as, I don't know, a fist bump, which is fine by me. Well, at least Silas is being cool.
Yeah, that's true.
At least Silas is being cool.
All right. So what I wanted to do.
Silas stepped on my foot and somehow kicked me in the nuts. Silas is okay.
He's all right.
That is a very Tellarite. Yeah. All right. I've just figured out how to get you back. So sorry about that. Didn't have you in the pictures. We got a really good shot of the Enterprise while you were talking, so that's good. So I think, yeah. So he's okay with. Silas did the best thing he could, which is hit him in camaraderie way. Yeah, so what do you two sciencey guys want to do now?
So I'm going to ask Lemuel, did you experience some sort of psychic phenomena just now?
Looking very
Again?
ashamed and feeling very foolish. Ken says, I thought my tricorder bit me.
Well, you know, we're in a camp where there's been a lot of strange psychic stuff, and I don't know a lot about that. I'm a scientist, so I sometimes question whether all this psychic stuff is real or imagined. But since both you and Silas had reactions at the same time, I'm assuming that this substance enhances some kind of psychic phenomenon similar to the crystals in here, the Aurorite-like crystals.
It sounds like there's comms coming in for you.
Ragorthar here.
I think, Steve, you hit your comm badge, so I assumed you were trying to...
I was scratching. Sorry. I'll let you know.
They've stalled, in my opinion. They have stalled. They need a lieutenant check-in. They need Talus's check-in.
Okay. Oh.
Because you did say, "Oh, yeah, how's that team doing? How's your team doing back at the cave?"
Who's this? Oh, sorry, I was scratching myself. What are you guys up to?
Well, we've encountered some sort of substance that's kind of rubbery and smells of rotting meat, and when prodded with a metal rod causes some people to react with a psychic, almost a fear response, similar to the fear responses that some people had out when they crossed ley lines. So I'm assuming it's either related to the Aurorite veins, or it could even have influenced the Aurorite veins that we encountered down here. Oh, and Silas has stormed off, and I think he's going to join the astrophysics team up on the Odyssey. And our Tellarite was kind of one of the Tellarites was kind of grumbling, but he's far down the hall, so I couldn't hear exactly what he was grumbling about.
Well, if you're saying there was a foul smell and something like that, he quite possibly thought there was a party going on.
Also,
maybe I should call him down.
Well, actually, as a thing, you get interrupted by another communicator chirp from your data pad that there's an urgent message waiting for you. Since you're the nearest thing to an HR officer, and it is a report. Vorten just finished filing his report. So you now have access to all of his experiences if you need them.
I guess that right. I don't know who's going to be a bigger pain in the ass, the Bajorans or one Tellarite. Does this phaser have a? It does have a murder setting.
That's the point of the thing.
We'll talk to it later.
It is a suicide setting too. Just in case.
It involves a lot of saw blades. All right, I'll have a word with our Tellarite friend, and somebody needs to get Silas a guidance counselor, and it's not going to be me.
Yeah, Vorten did include the word Kanar in his report. That they were getting wasted on Kanar and didn't invite him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you do know what Kanar... Kanar is the Worcestershire sauce of... I don't know what I was told it was, but this is... the really good stuff is like Worcestershire sauce.
Kanar is the alcoholic beverage of choice by the Cardassians. Although I understand it even the best vintage is, well, they have weird taste buds. What do I know? So let me see here. So he seems to think you guys have a bottle of Canar.
Maybe it's mixed in the pool. This black meat stuff. But what I don't know much about Canar. What's the consistency of it?
I honestly don't know, but
I believe they used Hershey syrup for it. I mean, it was very thick. It was definitely a viscous fluid. I took it one step further because they're listed as drinking hot fish juice for breakfast, and I'm just going to assume that they're the Romulans had horseradish. These guys have something that smells like carrion for fermented meat.
Yeah,
those are my suggestions. So
the resident chat DS9 expert has also said
thick. Yeah, needs some extra C's on that.
So
all right, so
perhaps
we have
Ducat got back
some mutant Canar here.
Did you say mutant Canar?
Well, I don't know. Can sticking a metal rod in a bottle of Canar cause people to have psychic phenomena happen?
It makes Cardassians act stupid, but they have to have been drinking a couple of bottles first.
Well, we didn't drink it. We stuck a metal rod into it, and two of the three of us freaked out.
I mean, we're Starfleet. Mutating sentient Canar is a possibility.
Yeah.
I guess take a scanning sample, because Lord only knows what'll happen if you actually try and take a physical sample. We've lost enough hands and shoes to go around.
It's like you're going to be personally signing out for each one of these things. You can just see the inventory list starting to stack up.
All right, so I'll scan it, but because Ragorthar kind of wants to live dangerously, he's going to forget that he was told the physical sample. Because you said earlier that we had some sciencey sample bottles.
You have sample bottles, because I knew that somebody would be dumb enough to want to try this.
So I'm gonna use if I have sample bottles, I probably also have some of those lab test tube caliper things made out of metal, so I can scoop the sample bottle into the Canar without letting it contact my skin.
So are you using, because if I recall correctly, you're using the Cardassian sample system, right?
I guess.
Yeah. No. Pussies use the tongues. That's for wimps. They just go in with a hand. They get the lowest ranking Cardassian just goes and scoops stuff in with his hands.
Oh, God.
It's a bit of a primitive. It's primitive.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap my hand. I'm gonna pull my uniform sleeve up around my.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
Wait, you're gonna actually do this? You're gonna go at it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking that.
Lemuel, I need a presence and command roll from you. Anything but no successes.
Stupid light. Oh, fuck me.
We're gonna buy you bigger dice.
Yeah, so that is a 20 and no success.
Wait, really?
Dead serious. I need to switch
God.
my dice.
So your dice hate you.
Your dice hate you.
Gotcha.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is the fact that his hand disappeared into his sleeve obviously does something to you.
Yeah.
Oh God. You already thought it was gonna be mind dissolving.
No, it was
psychic trigger.
This is a psychic trigger. You can decide just how debilitating it is. If you want to have it, because I don't want to make fun of someone with mental illness, but it is just funny because we're making believe, so it's okay. Yes. But you are just a big bag of trauma at this point. You're really going to have to spend.
Really need to...
The farm is for you. But no, you do it. It definitely puts you off your game. That is kind of all you're going to think about. So you may not be able to immediately react when Aragathor gets himself killed.
Okay, sorry,
when the thing throws a metal shaft into him or something. But you're affected. You're shook. You're a little shook. Is all. Okay, Aragathor, completely oblivious to the fact that the man has gone catatonic behind you. Vortar is singing hi-ho at this point.
Carefully taking as scientific a sample of this as I can.
Okay.
I'm engrossed. I'm looking down and scooping. I don't notice anything.
No, you just scooping. Just digging around like it's a litter box.
I'm labbing.
The cat's been having a rough time. The cat's allergic to milk. Okay, I need a science and fitness roll. Yes, I've finally been able to do that. I've finally been able to put fitness decks together. It would be either fitness or control, really, but I like fitness.
Yeah, well, they're the same, so
okay.
Either way.
I like the idea that you're using your whole body. You got to balance.
Yeah, because I don't want to fall in.
Yeah, it's up to a foot thick, up to a 4 inches thick.
I got a 1, so I got a critical success, and then I have 1, not a critical failure, just a failure. So I have 2 successes.
You have 2 successes. Okay, you secure a sample of this goo. You lit it. You don't get any contamination in it, or on you, or on your hand. You're good. So you do have it.
Uniform dissolving?
Well, you didn't touch it with your uniform. You just sort of, grab the bottle and. Whoop.
Okay, but I didn't get any. I got no swill.
Nope, nothing. No swill on your hand. You were just mittening it to be careful. That's 2 successes. That's like you just shot the guy with a phaser. So you do it. No backsplash. No nothing. You just grab it up. You grab it and get it lit.
I won't report that I have the Canar vial until I get physically back, so that Nels doesn't have a chance to think of what punishment he's going to assign to me for ignoring his order not to touch it.
So you're going to bring a sample of an unknown substance with known psychic trauma that you don't totally understand, and you're just going to hop back to camp with it.
I need somebody with psychic powers like Zara to examine.
And you're going to test it, and you're going to plug it into the telepath. I got it. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to just force it on her. I'm not that kind of.
I'm just going to have it in the bag next to me as I stroll by.
I'm not that kind of a Trojan.
Hey, Zara, what trauma?
Yeah, I really feel like trauma dumped on you poor people so much. So, did you guys want to call the camp and head back? Or continue investigating in the cave, or I don't quite know what you're going to do. You've secured the sample. You do see his hand come back, Lemuel, so you're probably okay. Would be my feeling.
Still need some fresh air. I think we should head back to the...
Yeah, we probably should go out and make sure Silas didn't get jumped by some kind of creature outside.
Yeah, there's probably a Maguto or something out there.
Yeah, you never know. It's Star Trek. It could be a flying Domino's pizza.
Yeah, that would be, oh God, the day that the Hordas sprouted wings.
Explain how you got a SETI Alpha eel in your head and you're billions of light years away from
yeah. Love isn't many.
I don't know how to explain
that.
Had
the words. But he's willing to go along with whatever you ask him, though. After that, what I'm going to do is go back to the camp. I'm going to say, okay, you're going to go back and kind of that's your kind of. We're on to the next thing. For you guys, where do you want to encounter right now? You're going to go to the old guy. Let me get to little old man for you. I have to go dig up the village elder for you two. Or did you want to talk with him as well, Azara, or not?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there he is. Do we need to be in the med tent, or do you just find him out in the field somewhere?
Well, maybe we can talk to him someplace private. I'm sure that he might have set up his own.
Might have a tent.
Well, yeah, like a prayer area that he might feel more comfortable in, and that might be someplace, especially if we're about to talk about PA wraiths. That's someplace I want to do that conversation.
That's true. Okay, he's going to be in his white void at the moment. Give me just a moment to bring up the tent.
Oh, so he's communing with the prophets.
He's definitely, he's definitely got the prophets thing going. I was just going to try and find a tent or something. All right. We'll be fine. Yeah, I'll just quickly grab the, for right now, we can just pretend that he's in a tent. But I do like I like the communing with the prophets better. I like your strategy. It's what it should be. Okay, Zara, you're coming with, right, Zara?
Yes.
Okay. And you do both actually walk into the village. And you see him in a he's literally like standing on a plinth, like a 2x2 slab of very polished stone. And you do recognize this as like essentially it's a prayer stone. It is a thing to use for communing with the prophets. It's been worn smooth. It was one of the few artifacts that they brought with them from the colony. I mean, it's definitely come from one of the Jutset Mountains on Bajor. So this has been brought with them the entire time. Everything else, slapdash, haphazard, it's whatever they had, and this was obviously taken and kept. He is kind of essentially just standing very still. Has the Bajoran hands, as it were, and is just a bit like a yogi meditating, just standing there, and he's facing like where the sun would normally rise here. The sun's kind of starting to set because it's been about 12 hours, but the sun is now, or it's been 20 hours. So the sun is setting, so it's setting behind him, and he's meditating. And you haven't seen someone do this in, I don't know, how long has it been since you've been out of Starfleet or out of away from your colony?
A long time.
Okay. Did you ever use the prayer stone? Or was that something that the older, before were you too young? Sorry.
Probably when I was a little kid.
Okay.
But, and I know to show proper respect, but more so only because, grandma knew how to smack me with a shoe, like all grandmothers.
Okay.
The universal thing. So,
okay. And so you can approach closer, essentially. And of all the things you have not been around a Bajoran who's been at peace in almost forever in your life. Mm. And there's there are waves of that coming off of him, and Zara, you just sense it. I mean, it's not, you're not shutting this out. I don't think you're trying to actively screen out things, but you're also feeling just these waves of peace, calm off of him. Like he's just trying to recenter himself. And now what I'm going to do is say that rock looks mighty smooth and mighty tempting.
Mm-hmm.
Just that little.
Being the prophets are not talking lately, so
Okay, so you've stopped talking with the prophets.
yeah, I'm a little pissed off that the prophets let the Cardassians do the crap they did. Not so much as a fart in the wind against them.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do? Are you approaching him from kind of? Are you sneaking up on him? Or are you gonna approach him from the front?
No, we'll approach him from the front. There's no point in sneaking up on him. I have no, I'm not looking to screw with the religious leader.
Yep.
Or just give an old man a heart attack,
Yeah.
Ah!
So, I'm assuming you're getting fairly close to him, a foot away or something. There's, it's, and I'm going to kind of lean into like you're a little drawn to him. He's still, barely muttering something quietly. Azar, you don't hear what he's saying, but you know that there's words being spoken. You can it's almost like it's in the subvocalization.
Yeah.
Thing, where it's like the low, like throaty thing. You basically, this is like the prophets, communing with the prophets. It's a ritual, and you'd seen Grandma do it. This is, I like the complex feelings. And Jafar's hands just go out and grab both your ears, and now you're in a white void. And that's where we'll pause things for tonight.
No.
Is that okay? Well, like it or not, if it's okay or not, doesn't damn well matter. I just did that to you. You've been psychically duped. So yeah, folks, that was the welcome to the prophets thing. I did have a question for next time. Do you guys have any thoughts on what you may want to do? I'm just going to go down kind of in order. Destiny, after your dice didn't screw you over.
Yes,
send them
new
to
dice
Jim. Can you send Jim? Maybe you should buy some new dice.
I think I might need to head
Yes.
out, get some new dice.
Yes. Destiny, did you have anything that you may want to have happen next session or not happen?
I'm kind of curious how the religious experience with the goo is gonna go. Like the psychic experience with the goo.
Okay.
I don't know how you want to write that, but I think I'm worried that something is going to happen that traumatizes me further than I've already been traumatized.
Oh, so you're really worried about Silas. All right. Goo and Gain. All right. Jim, do you have anything? I mean, you're a big bag of trauma, so let's see what Starfleet shit should you be actually going back to?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go back, and I'm just gonna lock in on building these greenhouses for these people, because nothing bad ever happened to somebody building a greenhouse.
Okay, I like the idea, because you do still have the 2 engineers that are probably getting recovered now.
Yes.
And that the planet ain't getting any more vegetative. Steve, what you thinking of?
I'm mainly focusing on the potential power wraiths at this point.
Or their agents, maybe cultists.
That
Okay.
too.
I'm just going to shorthand it to cultists because that's I think I know what you're heading for. Okay, Cam.
I'm also interested in the goo from the scientific aspect. And I'm going to try and research if there's any evidence that Canar has psychic properties when it's aged well. Yeah, it's definitely a fascinating or it's intriguing.
Yeah, I do like the idea that this sets you up because Lemuel is really going to want to put those greenhouses to work, and you're part of that greenhouse team.
Yeah.
Which would be funny.
I can help with greenhouses while I'm being fascinated with this Canar group. But I do want to, at least in background, I'm setting up the AI in my tricorder to do a AI Google search on Canar and psychic. Those are the two keywords.
Okay, so you're going to start doing that?
Yeah.
I wonder if well, there's some people that might know something about how Karnar got onto a planet, but nobody cares about them right now.
Well, I mean, I may mess with the Cardassians at some point, but that I leave that stuff up to Nels and the first officer.
Ooh, would it be cruel and unusual punishment to make them drink this stuff? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's true. I mean, because this.
No, wait, it's against the Space Geneva Convention. No.
Well, someone called it the Geneva Checklist. Was the thing. Was a thing. Let me see. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try and find us a game, and I don't know if we know who these people are, but we're going to try it. It'll be Dork Tales. So that'll be good. But folks, we got other things happening here on Architects. If I can actually find where the hell the screen